Morning, this is Oval's Fish Room. I'm going to try to I've been making a couple videos lately on my tanks, and I don't know, I just feel like there's a few things I'd like to stress about why I do things. Um, but today we're only going to do 5 of my smaller tanks. This is a 10. It's got the Valsnaria in the right corner. It's got a coconut, I call it a coconut hut with lace Java fern attached to it. Whenever I attach plants to the wood or rocks, I use super glue gel, and I put it on the rock or the piece of wood, and then I put the plant on there and just hold it on for a few seconds, and it usually works out just fine. Also, another thing is the reason I'm doing this is because I've added some brighter lights to some of these tanks, or at least these 5 I'm going to show you today. In the back, we have a longleaf Java fern trying to cover up one of my hang on the back intakes, but didn't do a real good job of that. Anyway, beautiful piece of, actually one of the prettiest pieces of spider wood that I've ever seen. It's really nice. A snail in the back. We have a school of 15 neon tetras, 3 or 4 Koi Loaches. I don't know if anyone else out there is concerned about their finances, but the black Koi Loaches are only like $2.69 at PetSmart right now, and whereas the orange and black ones are closer to 10. So this is why I have the black ones. Anyway, I like them. They don't seem to hide as much as the 2 colored ones. They're more active. They're great bottom feeders. This is one of my sponge filters in the back. There's one of my bettas. He's a little camera shy this morning. White body, almost pink, but very almost white. Might be pink, but it's almost white. As you can see, there's a serious color difference between his body and his finnage. Absolutely gorgeous. And he's just a Veltail. He's just a normal, what I call normal beta, but absolutely breathtaking colors. This is a red Dwarf Lily. Doing very well there. That's another thing I wanted to kind of get into. Let's move over to this 10 column tank. This one we have only dwarf, we do have some Koi Loaches, but mainly dwarf. There's Mr. Koi Loach over here, but mainly dwarf Koris, little teeny things that only stay about an inch long. Another fantastic piece of spider wood that I was very fortunate to get. I use only sand in all my substrates because I don't like a lot of plants that have to go in the substrate. Valsnaria, as you can see, tiny one there. I use large rocks in this one. That's a thermostat sensor in the back there. My thermostat is right there. I have them on all my tanks. You can get them on either eBay or Amazon. The more you buy, the cheaper they are. That's all I've got to say on that. They're very well worthwhile. Just for anybody that's not familiar with them, they come with the battery installed and an extra battery. Usually they're about $6 or $7, or shouldn't be any more than that. But boy, the price drops dramatically. I think I've got like a pack of 8 for under $20. So if you have multiple tanks, it's worthwhile to look into that. Anyway, I'm trying to show you close up for a reason. The little button that you can see on the right, it's kind of slanted, is the turn on button, and off button is one on and off button. But the point is, that battery will last me forever, because what I do is I simply push the button, look at the temperature, and then push the button for 3 more seconds. It turns off. So you're just not using that battery. It's not something that stays on all the time. Okay, there's a couple of dwarfs. I've got both, not to confuse anybody, but I thought I saw my beta there for a minute. There he is in the back. I've got both dwarfs and pygmy cories. There is a difference. The pygmy stays really, 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 really small. I'm not even sure they get to an inch, and the dwarf gets to an inch, maybe a little bit more, but not much. But he's chunkier. This is my. I'm trying to catch him. He's hiding this morning. See, he just turned my lights on. I'm shy. And I did turn some brighter lights on than normal. Look at that finage. Oh my god. Now this is a Super Delta. Well, he's hidden behind the Java fern now. Anyway, he is a mustard gas. That means his body is almost jet black. The finage is orangey gold with silvery stripes in them. Oh my goodness, he's breathtaking. Just gorgeous fish. Okay, I'm making this too long. Anyway, I hope I conveyed a few pieces of info to you there. There's my submarine desk with the food on it and air pumps. Okay, this is another. That was a 10-gallon column. These are, and this is another one. I really like the shape of these because they fit into a smaller area. They're only 12 by 12 at the base. Let me back up. There you go. 12 by 12 at the base, but 20 inches tall. This is by Top Fin. I'm going to call it Escape or Excite or I don't know, something like that. Can't remember the exact name of the tank, but it is the only 10-gallon column style tank that they make. Anyway, I've been very fortunate. Well, I make an effort. I show up at the pet store when I find out the days that they're receiving both fish and plants, which are 2 different days usually at pet supermarket. And I show up when they're opening the boxes. So I kind of get first pick. And some of the pieces of spider wood I've been able to procure is just, that's one piece. Yes, it is. Look at that. This is 20 inches high now. There's a piece almost hitting the surface of the water. And these 3 literally go down to the floor and under the sand there. I don't know if you can see, but the base is in the back. And then I've turned it, instead of laying the base on the ground, I've turned it this way to get more out of the wood. Look at that, it comes all the way down to there. I've kind of got that wedged in so it doesn't move. But anyway, love my use of rocks. Because I like, well, I don't know if 3 dimensions is the right term, but I like different levels. I like, in the back, it's all the way down to the floor of the tank. I do have like a slight layer of sand back there, but basically the Java fern the rhizomes that the leaves grow out of cannot be covered up with substrate of any kind, and it will die. So there's a pocket back in there. That's what the rocks are creating, a space. So that goes all the way down to the floor, so you can't see the mats that they're on. Now this one over here, I'm not sure if you can see it very well, but there is a rock that I have glued these pieces of Java fern. Whenever my Java fern create babies, I pull the babies off, put them in a container, wait till I have enough, and then I glue them on the rocks. This is, well, again, I'm not sure you can see the rock, but let's see if I can get around here. There, can you see the rock I glued that onto? There you go. I can't bend around that far, so I'm not sure what you're seeing. But anyway, I use the super glue gel. Same thing over here. This is a little twig of Java fern glued to the back of a rock. So you just see the roots on top, but they are on top of a rock. And then sometimes I squish the rock down into the sand so you don't see it so much, but it depends on the situation. Anyway, I just like movement. I like different levels of things. So that's why I've got rocks pushing the sand back and holding creating caverns and et cetera, et cetera. Okay, we are going to move over here because I am taking too long. Oh, let's go to the 10 first. This is a half moon. Body's white, tail's white. The rest of the fendage is red. He is just a beauty. This is a normal, what I call a normal 10. 20 inches long, 10 inches back, 11 inches high, I believe it is. Anyway, what we have here is, I do have the lights on more, so you can see this a little more than you might have on my yesterday's video. Again, using large rocks to push the sand back in the corners and make it different levels, which I like. I think it's more fun for the fish to have caves and movement instead of just swimming back and forth in a glass box. I certainly wouldn't like that. Little dwarf red lotus here, dwarf lily. Doesn't grow very much, so maybe it's not getting the proper lighting. The same thing over here. But then I've got some of these in other tanks that are monstrous. Have grown like crazy. The only thing I've got in here is beta. I've got 3, there's one right there, 3 Pallidus Cories right underneath the beta. Well, one is underneath the beta. There are 3 in there. There's some, about 10 ghost shrimp. I think that's it. Okay, now this is the last one we're going to show you today. This is my newest. This is a 5-gallon. The wild thing you saw swimming over there, black Koi Loach. I've got 2 in here to do cleanup. I've got 10 little shrimp. There's one, well, a couple down there. Got some rocks holding the sand back. Vallisneria. As I said, it's pretty much one of the few plants that seem to do well in my tanks and that I plant in the substrate. Almost everything else is like this. This is an Anubias. It's just pushed in the crevice of a piece of wood. Back here on top of it, I should say, a little group of baby Java fern that I've glued to a rock. It's just sitting on top of the wood. There's a little girl in the back. Some more Java fern in the back. Anyway, for a 5-gallon, I'm pretty darn thrilled with how this has turned out. I'm trying to show you her color because she is the prettiest female betta I have ever laid eyes on. She's a mustard gas as well. She's almost black, well, more of a dark blue. Finnage is orangey gold. There, you can see the silhouette there. And all her fins, which make her really unique, are tipped in black. See that? Oh my goodness. And her pectoral fin is very elongated for a female. Now she may look like a male placat, but she is not. She's a female, excuse me, I'm sorry. Just extraordinarily beautiful. There. Oh, look at that. Oh, I'm trying to get some light here. There. Okay. I am going to sign off. Thank you so much for watching. This is Ogle's Fish Room. My name is Ogle Warfield. If you like artwork, you can also, I have another channel on YouTube called Ogle Art. OGLEART. 2 different words. Ogle Art. OGLEART. And check those out if you don't mind. Well, thank you so much. You all have a wonderful day, and I'm going to sign off here. Take care of yourself, and thanks for watching. Bye-bye.